Good afternoon. My name is Reverend Lois Dejean, and I am a citizen in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am also an associate minister of the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. I am the interim director for the Gertown Revival Initiative, which is a local community where 9 million pounds of toxins are now slated to be removed so that we can live in a healthy environment. I first want to thank Monique Harden and Natalie Walker, co-directors of Advocates for Environmental and Human Rights in New Orleans, for making this trip possible. This is a sheer miracle. I want to give special thanks to Ajamo Baraka, director of the United States Human Rights Network, and the ACLU for putting on the Voices of Victim panel. Our voices too many times are not heard. I want to tell you a bit about my story and the action taken by the United States government that violates the human rights of my family and hundreds of thousands of families in Mississippi and Alabama who have been displaced. I am 70 years old. My family was together prior to Katrina. I enjoyed my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. When Katrina struck, my family was displaced everywhere. But let me tell you what they went through and what I went through. I'm alone. I'm a widow. My children came to get me, but there was not enough room in the car, and my sister was ill, so I took a place in a hotel so that she could be accommodated. Ended up being put out of the hotel because there was no electricity after the waters came. Please remember, it was not Katrina that made us have to run. It was the waters. It's what the United States government flood central control system failed. 12 hours later, my daughter found herself in a little town called Sheraton. I was on the road trying to find where my family was. My daughter, her children were in the Superdome, who were put in a boat from the hotel and put on a bus and sent God knows where. My second daughter was put in a helicopter. Well, they went to Houston, Texas. My other daughter went to Dallas, Texas, and Jackie went to Glencoe. Here I am alone. But my story is not as bad as what has happened to other people that I speak for. We're talking about bringing the family together as a unit. That unit was broken. It's still broke. My kids are still displaced. My home is now the hotel motel, where one comes in on a weekend to go to church and the other comes on the week to work. But after going to Glencoe and living in 3 shelters, was displaced again because of Rita. Came back, lived in another shelter. But my life was no longer the same. Only to receive a telephone call from my landlord where I lived for 28 years to say I want my house and I want it now. I had to get in my car, drive back to New Orleans to pack. Where was I going? Where do you go at my age? Who helps you? No one was there. My faith in God was the only thing that held me together, because I felt like I was being ripped at the seams. Well, later on, I applied for a trailer. To this day, to this very day, the trailer is not hitched. But I did find a house. Only the rent tripled. So I had to go get a job. Can you imagine me? At 70 years old, when I think all is well, I got to go look for a job. But I also found out I had to not only work for me and my family, because others were faced with the same situation I was. I don't know where it will end, but I do feel I have traveled this world representing the United States as its singing ambassador. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like the United States has let me down. I've upheld mine. Where are they? I learned later at a training in New Orleans, I had a right. Too often, poor people find out they don't have a right. And I intend to use that right. I intend to reach everybody I can to tell them that I am a human being and I have rights. And I want to appeal to you to let the United States, it must. I am appalled, and I see what the United States does for other countries, and cannot do it for me. And I've given my life. I was born, bred, and reared, as we would say, in the United States of America, and they will not give me my right. I feel like the internally displaced people must have a right to return. I want my children home. I want my grandchildren with me. I want my great-grandchildren with me. I can't do it by myself, but you can help. Give us the right to return. Give my children the right to return. Give those in Alabama and Mississippi the right to come home, because there's no place like home.